Today, we're going to do some reading. Now, the reading comes from our workbook, page 34. Now, you can see from the picture, we are talking about outer space. We have the Earth and planets and stars, shooting stars, the moon. I think that science class will cover this as well, planets and the universe. What I'm focusing on is this passage here. Last semester, I used this passage here to test reading skills. Each student had to read this passage to me, and I would give them a mark out of 10. So I will read this passage twice. Hopefully, when we get back to school, you will be able to read it to me. Now, at the top of the page, it asks, which is the best title for this article, this passage? Our options: the sun and the earth, the sun, or high up in the sky. So we need to decide that after we read. Again, I will read it twice. Follow along and practice this reading. Did you know that the sun is a star? It is the star which is nearest to the earth, and it's 1,000,000 times bigger than the earth. The sun is over 4 billion years old. We need the sun because it gives us sunlight and heat. Without the sun, there is no life. However, the sun's light is very dangerous. You should never look straight at the sun. In ancient times, people thought the sun was a god. The Aztecs in Mexico and the Egyptians built pyramids for their sun gods. Okay, that was one time. Things you should be aware of is how old the earth is, which is 4 billion. Did you know that the sun is a star? It is the star which is nearest to the earth, and it's 1,000,000 times bigger than the earth. The sun is over 4 billion years old. We need the sun because it gives us sunlight and heat. Without the sun, there is no life. However, the sun's light is very dangerous. you should never look straight at the sun. In ancient times, people thought the sun was a god. The Aztecs in Mexico and the Egyptians built pyramids for their sun gods. So that is the passage. First time I read it slowly. The second time I did it in a normal speaking voice. I hope that you could follow along and that you will be able to read this to me when we return to school. We have a couple questions and an activity to do. So number 2, I want you to look up these words in a dictionary and write a definition. I want the definition in English, not in Thai. You should be able to look it up on the internet and get a good definition for each of the words. Million, sunlight, heat, and life. You probably already know at least 3 of these words, if not all of them. You probably know million from math class. Sunlight is a pretty easy one. You probably also know heat, probably from science class. And life, you should all know. But I want the dictionary definition. What does it say in an English dictionary? You can look at that online if you don't have an English dictionary. You should be able to find it very easily. The last part we need to do is some true and false. These answers are in the article we read and are very easy. Write T for true, F for false. I'll read the questions for you. The sun is a star. True or false? The earth is bigger than the sun. True or false? The sun is 1,000,000 years old. Is that true or false? Our last one. In ancient times, people thought the sun was a god. True or false? This is a very easy page, so it shouldn't take you very long. Most important is that you practice the reading of this passage. That is the most important part of this page. After reading the article, we know that it was mostly about the sun. We know that the title would not be high up in the sky. It also talks a little bit about the earth, but I think the best title is The Sun. Good luck. See you soon.